Hello, everybody. It's Minnie Alexander here on a lovely Sunday afternoon on the West Coast. Hopefully, everybody had a wonderful weekend. Everybody is safe out there and being responsible and not getting into too much trouble. So, my weekend has been going really, really well. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and like this video and make comments and share and talk about it with your friends, all that good stuff. I much appreciate it. And again, if you are new to my channel, I am an author. My book is called A White Man's Whore. You can find it on Amazon. It talks about interracial dating. It's more of an educational book for Black women who have never dated outside of their race, or who have dated outside of their race, some things that they might not think about, or might not be aware of. So I've had many people buy my book, and again, I appreciate it. People of all races and genders, and I've had good feedback. It's has some of my personal stories in there, other people's personal stories. I've interviewed white men about how they feel about Black women, and Black men about how they feel when they see a Black woman walk into a room with a white man. And I've talked to Black women who say they would never date a non-Black man. And I've talked to Black women who have married and dated non-Black men. So all that is in my book. And hey, Sunkiss, and hey, Ghetto Child, thank you for tuning in. So let me turn on the AC. My goodness, I'm sitting up here. It's getting kind of hot. Yesterday was, I think, the coolest day this week in California. Let's see. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with ACE metaphor. And before I get into that, I'll open up the panel in a few minutes if anybody wants to jump on. I'm not planning on staying on here all afternoon. I want to get an afternoon nap in. I love my daytime naps. But you guys are familiar with ACE metaphor. He has a really big platform, and he talks about relationship stuff. And I was watching one of his little short videos today, and the still hear me? Sunkiss, somebody tried to call. You guys can't hear me, let me know. Someone's trying to call me on my cell phone, and I don't want it to think I'm talking and you guys can't hear me. So I appreciate if somebody in the chat just let me know my audio is still good. So back to what I was talking about ACE metaphor. I was listening to one of his short videos today, and he has a lot of good topics. I agree with a lot of things that he says. It's rare that I don't. I guess he and I see the same eye to eye on a lot of relationship things. So what he was talking about today, or the video I ran across today, because I have to give credit when credit's due when I have a topic idea. It was basically talking about when women meet men and they want to rush. They want to rush. So let me see. So the topic of my topic on this show is run from men who want to give you a quickie. So it kind of goes to what Ace Metaphor was saying about beware and see the red flags of men who want to rush you. And I'll give you an example. A woman meets a man, and literally within a week a week of them meeting. I mean, never met each other before, just getting familiar, like, stuff like, where do you live, where are you raised, the surface stuff. Never, haven't really got deep with anything. And he's telling the woman that she's the woman of his dreams. He thinks he even loves her. Oh yeah, they'll say that love word that quick in meeting someone. And rushing into sex, telling her everything that she wants to hear. Those are red flags. Now, I will say there are some exceptions, and I'll go back to that. But those are red flags. They're red flags. And some people might ask, well, why are you qualified to talk about this stuff? I'm not ashamed of them. I'm not proud at the same time. I've dated a lot of men. I've dated a lot of men from coast to coast, different countries. And now don't get it twisted. Just because I say I dated does not mean I slept with all of them. Even if I did, that's my business. And I think that the accumulation of my experiences and then hearing other people talk about, especially men, when they talk, like Ace Metaphor talks about the different red flags, I can go back into my history and be like, ooh, I remember. And I remember how that turned out. So when I hear, when men, especially when men, content creators talk about different topics, I have a lot of experience to go back and be like, yeah, he's right on. And he's a man. So most men know how men move. So it is a absolute red flag. So ladies, if you are listening, and I hope you are listening, and after you hit that subscribe button, you open your ears to these jewels and this knowledge. Why do men do that? Why would a man who barely knows you rush in and talk about how they love you, you're the woman of their dreams? I mean, affectionate, texting every day, calling every day, wanting to see you every day, want to just be basically pushing himself into your life and just saying all the right things and making all the right moves to make you feel so good. And usually this lasts for two, if the man's manipulative, and this is all a front and this is fake. Most men can usually keep this up for 2 to 3 months. If you find a man that can keep this up for 3 months, he's a true player. That he is a true player. He has it down. He can keep that front up for 3 months, 90 days. Most men can't. Most men, it just for a few weeks. I see what you said, Sunkiss. So they can get their tip wet. Yeah. That is one reason. I ran across another video, and again, I don't know the man's name, but he was actually saying that's his technique. His technique is to rush in, text every day. You're so beautiful. You're the woman of my dreams. Oh my gosh, I can't believe God made you for me. And this video that I was watching, I think it was a young Hispanic guy. He says, yeah, he does it just to get sex. And then after he gets sex, all that stuff goes away. And if the woman wants to stay because she's still chasing that the first 2 weeks, she wants that back and she's still chasing it, then that's, he was saying, then that's on her. But another reason why men want to give you that quickie, I call it a quickie, is because a lot of men know they're screwed up in the head. They know they're not relationship material. They know that if they hang out with you long enough without sprinkling some sugar on you or sprinkling some sugar on them, you're going to realize they're sour. You're going to realize they're not really worth your time. So what they try to do is they get you emotionally tied in with them. Emotionally tied in with them. And most men are smart enough to know that the average woman, I will not say all women, but the average woman, they, even if they don't say it with their mouth, they accumulate or they put together their emotions with sex. So a lot of these men, they want to rush into sex the first literally few dates. They try to get on the first date, the second date, because they know if they could put it down right, they can give you those deep, passionate kisses. They can caress your body. They can hold you after sex. That you, as a woman, they have you emotionally. They want to have you emotionally. And Then after sex, it's physically. Hey, big dog Phil, thank you for stopping by. So, so the men who rush in and do these things and get you physically addicted to them, and a woman can get addicted and get this like false sense that something's really going to happen really quick. So you got her emotionally, you got her mind, because in her mind she's going over and over all the BS this man has told her, all the possibly getting married, possibly, if they both have kids, raising their kids together, all the possibilities that he voluntarily told her. So now he has her mind. He has her body because they had sex so quickly. And then things start coming out that this man is not really who he's representing. And he does this because he knows women that he's met before her, how it has fell apart because of his own personality, because of his own defects, because of his own possibly trauma that he can't get straight, that ruins all of his relationships. He tries to get a woman so tied in with him physically and emotionally that when she starts seeing these flaws, when the mask starts slipping off, it's hard for her to get away. And it might be even after the 3 months where she feels like, well, I'd rather be with him than be with nobody. Yeah, he's giving me this attention, and nobody's perfect, but he's really a snake. A lot of men who are snakes do this, and they say a lot of words, but none of the words have weight. There's even men that will say, I love you in the first week or two, and it has no weight to get that woman fastened in. If you are just joining us, the topic is run from men who want to give you a quickie. And this topic was inspired when I watched a video from Ace Metaphor earlier today. And he was talking about men, telling women basically to beware of men who rush in quickly and say all the right things and calling all the time and texting all the time. And also these men, they text and they call all the time, and they want to see you 7 days out of the week because they don't want to give you time to possibly meet somebody else. And they want to rush in quick to, again, get you thinking about them all the time. Get that mental locked in and that emotion locked in. And especially if they're good in the bed. And especially if a woman hasn't had it in a while, she's locked in. So when that true person comes out, the person who he knows he really is, the person that he knows is not a good fit for most people, you will give him time and waste a lot of time with him, waiting for that person to come back that you've seen in those first 2 weeks or those first 3 months. And the sad part about it is a lot of women waste time, and a lot of men know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So that's where I say about the quickie. So I'm going to actually open up the panel. Let's see how I do this. Give me a second. All right, let me see. Put it right here. Come on now. All this technology. Yeah. All right. Give me a second. Let me get the invite copied and put it in the comment section. So I'm curious to hear what men have to say if a man wants to come on the panel and talk about if he has tried this technique or what. Dang it, this is not letting me do it. Give me a second, y'all. So again, I like to share my personal experiences. I have had men who do this, who I meet, and I mean, they're saying all the right things, and now it's a red flag for me. Now it's not that, oh, oh my gosh, I think this is the one. No, it's like, what do you want from me? You want something from me, you know. And why is this not doing? Y'all, this is not working. So let me look at the comments. Let's see. Let's see. All right. And so I was talking until I get this figured out. I was talking about some now I have a friend who's been married for, gosh, she's been married for about 40 some years. And now her husband, when she met her husband, like literally the first day that he seen her, he turned to her and said, "You are I'm going to marry you." You know. But the difference between these men I'm talking about and her situation is he said it, he left it alone, he backed up, and he actually did it. And it wasn't like this kind of slight forced pressure that a lot of these men put on that are just playing or very manipulative. He really meant it. When he seen this, my friend, he knew that there was something about her. He felt this energy, something about her that he did not want to let her go, and he wanted to be with her for the rest of his life. And it took them about a year for them actually really to get together. Again, he said it and then gave her space. But a lot of the men out here who are manipulative, or the ones that know that they're not really a good match for anybody, they don't give that space. They latch on like a leech and like a tick, where they're not gonna let go so easily. So this thing is getting kind of frustrating. I don't know what's going on with this not letting me post. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, I got it now. Yay. All right, there we go. Somebody wants to come on the panel. There we go. See what's going on here. Hello, Minnie. What's going on with your stalker? Good mom. Oh, my stalker. And I'm talking about QNTKKA. Well, we're still going to court, so I don't want to speak too much about that until we're done. We have court in about a week and a half, and I'm trying to get a permanent restraining order on this particular person to make sure that myself and my child is safe. I know if I drop the restraining order today, I know the person would be at my door today. I know they'll be calling me like they used to 17, 20 times a day, sending things to my job. I know they would be. So um, I'm I'm continuing to move forward and trying to convince the court to help me get a permanent restraining order. And in my area, the most years I can get with the restraining order is 5 years. So hopefully this next court, actually we're going into trial. The trial will, I can prove that this person was a danger to myself, and this person needs to legally stay away from me. And this was one of the narcissists that I talked about in my video that I did, I think maybe 2 days ago, when I was talking about narcissists. Yeah, going to court, and I think a lot of women, and I didn't want to take him to court. I was in a delusion that I loved him, and I did care about this man, and I still do care about this man, and I don't want to take this man to court, especially a black man. Take him to court, because a lot of black men, they go to court and they don't get a fair trial, or it's unfair. But it was very hard for me to make that decision when it comes to my safety, or him going to court and being held accountable for the physical violence he put on me, and the emotional. He being in that relationship, it really changed my life. And again, I don't want to say too much about it, because this is a public, my channel is public, and I don't know if he is trolling my channel. And I'll say more after I'm done with court and the judge finally gives the decision to either grant me the 5-year restraining order, permanent restraining order, or if the court says that we don't really see it fit, then I'll come back and give you guys an update on that. So Yes, so I did put the link, and if nobody wants to come up, that is absolutely fine. Um, so the topic today is run from men who want to give you a quickie. Quickie meaning men who rush in and they say a whole bunch of words with no weight behind them. And there are two reasons why men do this. And I got this topic now from Ace Metaphor. Now, Ace Metaphor is a content creator on, I believe he has a YouTube channel and other forms also. That's not his topic, like not the title of his topic, but that's what I changed it to. And he was talking about men who that rush into saying all the right things so quick in a relationship or when you first meet a woman. And I was saying that, I have dated a lot of men, and that does not equal having sex with a lot of men. And, but I have dated a lot of men, and I have seen this pattern with some men where they want to rush. I mean, the first week, the second week, saying they want to marry, saying, they want to be a good stepfather, to my child, that they see, us, growing old together, and where have I been all their life, and all these different stuff. And it sounds really good. And when women hear this, it sounds so wonderful, especially if you haven't been talked to like that in a long time. And most of these men have the same traits. They are good talkers. They text almost every day, all throughout the day. They really get you really fastened in. They try to get your mind, your body, and even your spirit quickly. They don't let things grow organically or naturally. And there's two reasons why they do this. And a lot of men like that, they use sex as a weapon because they know that women, their emotions is connected to what's between their legs. So they try to push sex very quickly, and they try to make the sex mind blowing. So now they got your mind, they got your body. And some women, they dang near want to even give up their soul. So the two reasons why a lot of men do this is because, one, yes, they want sex. That's their bottom line. Even if they know they're lying, even though they know they're going to wreck the woman's heart, even though they know that they're about to create the women that they talk about, which is the broken woman, the scornful woman, the bitter woman. They know they're going to create this, especially if she's a good woman. They don't care because it's not about the woman, it's about them. And a second reason why men do this, why they latch on to women so quickly and not let things grow organically, is because the man knows he is no good. Either he has not developed the skills to be in a healthy relationship, and he knows this because of the past relationships and the past women who have gotten away from this particular man. They know, or they know that all the things they're saying is a lie, and they just internally are just not a good person. They know that eventually when that mask slips off, because it's going to be too heavy to hold, the woman is going to see who's under that mask, and she's going to not like it, and she's going to try to run like all the women before her. But now he's more skillful at his manipulation because he studies. I'm going to say victims. He studies his victims. He knows how the average woman moves. And most of these men, they don't do this with hoes, because hoes don't really give a crap. A hoe be like, okay, I hear you. Yeah, I'm going to give you the booty anyway. You could have just looked at me and winked and I was going to give you the booty. You don't got to say all these words. But usually women who are good women, they're looking for something solid, a relationship. These men use this because a lot of women out here, they don't run across men who talk about marriage and talk about it clearly. They might touch on it a little bit, but really talking about marriage, talking about creating a family unit, these men will say all these things and even drop the love bomb. Yes, they will say, I love you. I woke up this morning loving you. And we've only known each other for 2 weeks. If you ask them what the person's middle or last name is, they couldn't tell you. You ask them what the person's mama name is, they couldn't tell you. So be very cautious, because a lot of these men, when the mask drops off and the lies come out, And the manipulation is so obvious that everybody can see it, including the victim. Their body is already taken over. Their mind is already taken over. And they're about to dang near just give up their spirit to be with this person, to chase who they thought this person was. And I'm saying this out of experience because the QUTKKA that asked about the stalker, I was this woman. And this was my first time ever really getting just consumed by a man like this. You know, he smelled good. He dressed good. He talked good. You know, he was a business owner, had a nice car. We would go do things. You know, I would see him like every single free moment he had, he would come over. You know, I mean, it was refreshing being in the dating pool where I didn't really get that. He knew what to say. Why? Because he was studying me. I'm thinking I was just on a regular date, not realizing I was on a date with someone who's studying me to use my needs against me, to make it hard to get away. Let's go to the comments. I had a few girlfriends like this, and it is very flattering, but the hard sell rushing in, never a good thing in a serious relationship. Absolutely. Most of these relationships, they don't last. And if they do last, they're so toxic and have dysfunction, and people aren't happy. But again, the person's already locked in emotionally. The victim, they're already locked in, and it's hard for them to get out because the person sold them a dream and they're waiting for that dream to come true, not realizing it's never going to come true. Only thing that's going to come true is heartbreak, a therapy bill, tears, and a lot of wasted time. Um, so, yeah. So, single ladies out there, single ladies out there, just take your time and watch the red flags. If it, what does it say? If it's too good to be true, most of the time it is. Um, and it's really sad because, you know, there's still good people out there on both sides. There's good men out there waiting and searching for a good woman, and there's good women waiting and searching for a good man. But it's sad that these good people have to come across people, um, that from the jump don't give a crap about their feelings. You know, and a lot of and out of the two reasons why men do this, for the sex or because they know that they are not suitable for a relationship. The one who's not suitable for a relationship, those are when you're talking about the narcissist, and you're talking about, because they want to be in a relationship, or they want someone to obsess over them. They want someone to just drool over them. I remember one time I was dating a narcissist, and again, if you guys go back to my one of my videos about 2 days ago when I was talking about narcissists, and I was talking about narcissist number one in my life, narcissist number two, and narcissist number three. One of the narcissists, I remember I was on the phone with him, and he basically told me that he wanted me to just, I can't remember the exact words, but he basically wanted me to just be crazy over him. And how he described it to me is like he wanted me to wake up thinking about him, going to bed thinking about him, just like crazy. He wanted me to be obsessed with him. He wanted me just to basically have him the center of my world. And he told me this. He told me this. So those men that know that when the mask falls off and the woman's like, whoa, who is this new person? This is not the person I agreed to be with. They want someone to want them. And the sick part about it is, uh, the sick part about it is they don't give a dang about the other person's feelings. I just get call it the victim. They're victims. They don't care. They just want someone drooling over them. They want to know that somebody is thinking about them. They want to know someone will shed a tear for them. It's it's disgusting. Oh, let's see. Backstage. Oh, Queen gonna come in.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. You
That's
know who that is?
who?
That person on the comment.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, okay.
Why?
Interesting. I'm just wondering.
Oh, they're my new subscriber. I just seen that, and thank you for
Yeah,
subscribing.
that's what I'm looking at. That's interesting.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
So, what do you
we'll
think
have
about the
to chat
topic?
about that after the stream. Yeah, so you said he wanted to obsess over you. Was he going to pay you? Is my question.
He
Because if the
wanted me
price
to be
is right,
obsessed.
we can act like your crazy ass is right. You know what I'm saying?
He wanted my soul.
Oh no,
Truly,
you
he
can't
wanted
have
my
that player.
soul. Yes.
Oh, he was a demon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
narcissist. No, that was a demon.
Well, I believe narcissists are. I believe that they are demons because some of the things that they do and they say, and how could they just ruin people's lives and just move on as if they didn't do it? Is just it's horrible. It's evil. It's really
Hmm.
evil. You know. So yeah, yeah, and most of my dating experiences when I have ran across men who want to move really fast.
Hmm.
Most of them I've dodged them. I've curbed them. But then I believe that when I have allowed probably only two of them to actually get through my barricade of stopping men like that, I think it was a lesson to kind of humble me, to be like, don't think you always the slickest one on the block. You can run across somebody a little more slicker than you. But then it also shows me that that there's still people out there like that will say whatever, that
Right.
drop the love bomb quick. And to me, I don't. I if I tell someone I love them, for me that's something precious. That's something sacred. So for me,
Hmm.
when someone could say that, it's like, damn, you Superman. You don't give a damn about how people feel, especially if they
Yeah.
don't mean it. They know they don't mean it. They trying to get you twisted.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
I know a lady that she went and married a man over there in one of them European countries.
Uh huh.
And he was love bombing her before she took her ass over there.
Okay.
And then when she got over there, he started turning into, I don't know, some kind of
Like you said, demon.
crazy person. Like acting like he was going to beat the hell out of her, try to kill her or some shit. It
Mm-hmm.
was so bad because they laws are different over there,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and she had to go through an agency to try to get her out of the country.
Damn.
Yeah, because and like even on her YouTube, certain stuff she can't talk about because their laws are different,
Mm-hmm.
and so she can't even put up some of the stuff that she went through.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny part was she got the gumption to go with the man, marry the man, all of that from fucking over there in that
Say that last part again. You kind of went out.
world of community. They told her it was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it ended up not being a good idea.
Yeah. Did she have kids?
She had children from previous relationships, but
Mm-hmm.
she left them with their father when she went over there. She was gonna bring them over there, but when she got over there, came so she didn't ever have the opportunity. Now I have heard stories of women that have had children and have had to leave their children in those other countries because
Mm-hmm.
the laws are different.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They don't talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just be like, yeah, the white man.
Ugh, girl. I just saw a misspell on my banner. Look at this real quick. Oh well, fix it later. Nobody's perfect. Anyway, yeah, that's the crazy part. I mean, it's like in this day and age, just take time to get to know somebody. Like seriously, just and even then, it's still scary because it's like have you heard those stories of people who like marry serial killers? And they have no idea. Like this man just went and hacked somebody up, raped and hacked somebody up, come home for dinner, act like he didn't do nothing but had a hard day at work. You know, imagine being tied, legally tied up with someone like that. Like it's hard out here, but I mean, you can only do the best you could do. But there are things that you can see that are red flags. Again, like I was saying, if somebody moving in real quick, you know, usually somebody wants something from you. It's not usually genuine. And if it is genuine, they'll give you space for your feelings to grow too. You know.
Like women got to be looking at these men like they be looking at these other women.
Mhm.
You know, if a woman always compliments you and she all up in your ass, you know, you probably need to be concerned.
Yeah.
I feel like the same thing with these men. You're like, nobody just come sweet talk you and love on you like they ain't Pepe Le Pew. That's some weird shit.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the time it happened to me where it was like I was full in this with the person I'm going to court with soon. I would have to say what he sniffed out is I had a need, and he played the role to fulfill that need
Right.
until he knew he had me, my body, my emotions, where he didn't have to feel that need anymore because I wasn't going anywhere.
Right.
So sometimes that's how it happens. I had the need that I wanted a boyfriend. And so he came through and not just a boyfriend, he came in like a super boyfriend, you know?
Yeah, 'cause
So I
that's
was
how
like,
they gonna
yay.
do it. They
Yep.
can't be regular. You
Yep.
know, they got to be extra because one, they playing on a vulnerability. First of all, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of women got this need and this desire to be wanted. You know, and so somebody get them there. Oh my God, it's like fresh water in a dry desert and shit. They know
Exactly.
what the fuck they be doing.
Yep.
You have to side eye these niggas.
Yep. And that's why as a woman it's good to just like really go in and dig into that self-love, because if you once you love yourself and you realize it's like I don't need that from you. I don't need that from you, you know.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
not on the, especially not on the level you trying to get it. Because what the hell is your ulterior? This is an ulterior motive here. It's not normal.
Yep. Exactly.
They play. They prey on women. They feel like they just in absolute dire straits for that. So unfortunately, a lot of them get fucked up because of that.
Yeah, so at 7 o'clock tonight I'm gonna have a show. I'm trying to think of the title of the show. The show title is um something about why do good women not want what no why do women not want good guys. And so that kind of I'm gonna talk a little bit about why some women, even good women, cannot recognize a good man.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna tell you what. Some of them hoes is crazy. Okay, they want little shoot them up. I just heard them. I was
uh-huh.
like, "Bitch, what? He boring, but he be carrying guns, girl, and he might. Oh, bitch, you crazy?
What?
Yeah, yeah, they be wanting to shoot them up. I said, no, no, ma'am, you're nuts, okay?
For real. For real. Yeah, but a lot of these women out here, they want something, and when it's right in front of their face, they, again, I'm gonna save everything for 7 o'clock tonight. If you guys are interested, go to my channel, hit the notification button. Is it no, not the it's notify me button. There you go, and it reminds you at 7 o'clock when I go live, talk about this particular topic. Let's see. Yeah. So, and again, giving credit when credit's due. This topic, I was inspired by Ace Metaphor, watching one of his videos. If you guys have not, I mean, he don't need my help to help him with subscribers. I think he has a huge platform, but he talks about some good stuff if you guys are interested in relationship stuff. Ace Metaphor, yes. So I'm gonna keep this short. You got something else to say, Sun Kiss?
Girl, nah, I just came out to hang out with you. I seen you had dropped the link.
Thank you so much. You gonna go on live later on today?
I'm thinking about it at some point. If I don't get to it, I'm gonna say what shit. What time is it for you?
Almost one.
Oh, okay, we on the same time zone.
Oh yeah,
If I
huh?
don't do it by 5, then it'll be like probably after your live later on tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't
Yeah.
even know what I'm gonna go live about. I just know I need to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, I'll hang out back. I'll hang out backstage. But anybody who's on here or listening, um, not live, just getting the watching the video after it's already been posted. Go ahead and go to Queen, aka Miss Sunkiss, and go ahead and subscribe to her channel. Subscribe to mine too. Leave comments, share, talk to your people about it and everything. So, all right. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there.